So last night we checked into our room and we knocked out because we was absolutely exhausted from the long drive. So we woke up this morning, booked an extra 2 nights I think, because we got a free upgrade last night because they already gave our room out, as I mentioned. And today we've come to the town, like the main town.
Port, I think.
Yeah, to try and see if we can sort something out to do our diving paddy while we're here, get our diving certificate. So we are going to see
Skuba Junkie?
Skuba Junkie over there. There's literally a million dive shops around this little square. But we've looked online and we've read good things about this one, so we're gonna go and have a little look.
Okay, so we've just come out of Skuba Junkie, and Cody blew up the medical form.
You gotta do
blew it up.
You gotta do a medical form and answer yes or no to the questions. Half of mine was 50-50, yes and no. So that was marvellous.
So basically, we have to go and get a medical done before we can dive, which is it's good because they're obviously worried about the safety, which is good. So we just got to go down to the hospital now. Hello. We'll go down to the hello. So we've got to go down to the hospital right now and try and get our medical thing signed off for the diving, and then we're all good to go. Morning. Tired face?
I'm really tired.
So the situation today is we tried to go and get our diving booked yesterday, and Cody blew up the medical form basically. She had to tick yes on everything almost.
They were like, if you were a horse, they'd have shot you a long time ago.
So first thing this morning is we need to try and get our medical forms signed off by the doctor so that we can dive.
Yeah, if we get it done by 8:30, then we'll be able to do our theory today, but I just don't think with my extensive yeses we'll make the 8:30 time. We've got to be in the classroom by 8:30. They were like, you can come and do your theory and then go to the doctor's at lunchtime if you want, and then we'll just charge you for the theory. And I was like, how much is the theory? And they were like, £75. And I was like, £75 is not exactly the amount of money I want to just be like, Abby. So we need to go to the doctor's first, but it doesn't open until 8 and it's 10:02 now. It's only round the corner. I could sleep for another 3 days.
So we're just on our way to the hospital to see if we can get this passed off ASAP, hopefully. Cross fingers for us. Okay, so let's explain to the guys what we have had to do and what they might have to do their diving.
So this has been a little bit backwards, this whole video. Our whole Borneo playlist is a little bit backwards. It's just not how we normally travel, but it's a new country and we're still getting used to it ourselves. And we decided when we came here that we want to dive. So we've done a lot of research, we've done a lot of review reading. We have spent a lot of time looking online for dive schools and reputable ones, and we want to do our paddy. We wanted to do it last year, so we decided that while we were in Borneo, let's do our paddy, because there is a place called Sipidan which has the best diving in the world, but we can't go because we didn't book it because we didn't know if we could dive, and the waiting list is way until like May and we're not going to be here, so we're gonna do our paddy anyway. We went to the dive shop yesterday, we found out some information and we went away and had a little discussion about it, and we decided that it's a good price, it's a fair price, and let's just go for it. So we then had to go through a form and declare all of our medical history. I have a lot of that. So I spent around half the day today at the hospital, and Chris had asthma as a child, so he also had to just go and be checked over to get the okay to say that although you haven't had an asthma attack in about 12 years, you can still dive, because the question is, have you ever suffered with? We went to the hospital yesterday, it was Sunday, and we couldn't get anything done because it was only emergencies only with it being the weekend. So we went back today and it cost us 40 ringgit, which is £8, to see a doctor. Now I have a B12 deficiency because I'm anemic, so I also, with that £8, 40 ringgit, we registered to the doctors. We had to take our passport with us and also a form that you get from the dive school. The dive school forgot to give us a 4 or 5 page form which the doctor needs to read to be able to examine you. So we had to go back and get that. So we paid 40 ringgit to see the doctor, register at the hospital, and also have my B12 administered.
Yeah, he was alright, not bad.
To have that done so that I'm a little bit more awake, because I really suffer with tiredness and I just want to sleep 24/7. Even after I could sleep for like 18 hours and wake up and be like, oh my god, I need to go to bed. So I feel a lot more alive, I feel more fresh, I feel better to sit in the classroom tomorrow and do our dive theory. So tomorrow we are heading to the dive school. We've got to be there for 8 AM. It's cost us in total, I'll give you like a breakdown of the costs. It's cost us 250 English pounds each. Now that's for the course, a 3-day course, 1 theory day and 2 practical days learning skills. This is also including the boat transfers to an island. So we're going to go and stay on an island called Mabul Island, and we're not doing our dive skills here in Semporna. I was going to say I don't know what I was going to say. We're not doing our dive skills here in Semporna. We are going to Mabul Island to do them. So we're doing our classroom theory here because we've already paid for our night accommodation, and then tomorrow, well that will be tomorrow, but the day after we then check out. We head over to Mabul with the boat transfer, the accommodation for 1 night. Now most of it is dorms. You can choose to stay in dorms and it will be a lot less. However, we are divas and we are sassy and we want our own room. With us having all of the gear that we have, it's just kind of eases our mind to know that everything's just locked away in our own private room. So we paid for an ensuite private fan room, and you get your breakfast, lunch and dinner included for the days that you're there. You check out at 4 PM the following day after you've done your diving when you arrive. Then you check in, have your dinner, and what else? Then you get up the next morning, do your diving on the second day, and then you check out at 4 PM and then the boat brings you back to Semporna, and then you're on your merry way. Hopefully you've passed your tests and haven't wasted all your £250 on failing. That's one of the things that we're a little bit worried about.
That and equalising.
Yeah, equalising is biggie, but they said that if you can sort your ears out when you're on an aeroplane, you can equalise. So just a little old yawn on the aeroplane and mine are normally sorted. I just can't imagine it being that easy. But £250, which is inclusive of your tourism tax in your hotels, which is something that you have to pay for every room every night that you're in Malaysia. Your boat transfers, your accommodation for the night, your breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, water, tea, coffee, I don't know what else. Your equipment, all of your equipment, as well as your course and your instructor fees, and anything else?
There was extras that wasn't included. You can get fins, you could get a camera with a dive case if you haven't got one already,
and a torch,
yeah, lamps and stuff like that.
But obviously when you're learning your skills, they're not things that you need, that I think they're more for like people who can already dive, who are going to go for like a good old swim and record a few things. So
what is happening, peeps?
oh yeah,
so today is the second day, but you wouldn't know it's the second day, if that makes sense.
we've been here for months.
So basically we had our diving theory test yesterday and we passed.
We did. Absolute geniuses. We decided that while we were here we were going to do some diving because it's Borneo and it's one of the most, what's the word?
Best dive spots in the world.
Well yeah, but we can't go there.
No.
So that's no point in telling you that. There
Next
is one
time.
of the most amazing places in the whole world to dive here, but we can't go because you need to book months in advance. So we should have booked it like December to be able to make it for now, because the next slot that's available is the end of May. So that's not going to happen. So we just done our test instead, and we were like, we'll just go and see whatever we can see. Done our written yesterday, now we're going to Mabul.
And that's where we're going to be doing our practical side of the diving course. So we've got 2 days, 2 dive days where we're going to be learning all skills and hopefully, cross fingers, we can show you Mabul after we've finished our course, hopefully.
They said that we will do our skills this morning, and then I said, so the day after, will we actually go to a dive spot and see something? They were like, actually, we're going to take you there tomorrow. So it looks like we'll do skills in the morning, then we'll go and practice our skills somewhere in an actual spot, and then the next day we'll probably go over some more skills, and then we'll go to another place, or we might just go diving all day, who knows. But it's meant to be the second best place in sipidan. Oh, in sipidan?
No, Borneo.
Semporna.
Semporna.
We're in Semporna.
But I think it's the second best place in the country, I think.
To dive is Mabul Island, and that's where we're going, and it better be worth it because we paid a fortune.
So this is the first bit of blue sky we've had in days. It's just been raining every day almost. So this is a good sign for our diving today. There's
our little Penelope.
A little pocket rocket. Okay, so
we're meant to be there now. What a surprise.
We're meant to be there in the next like 5 minutes because we have to go and pick our wetsuits and make sure they fit, and any other bits of equipment that we have to take, so we have to go and do a little fitting. So we need to get a move on. You're going the wrong way for starters.
Oh, I am.
She does this every time. Like, we've been staying there for like 4 or 5 days, and she's been driving here every single day, and she still doesn't know where she's going. This bird's got issues, severe issues. Just arrived on the boat. It is a speedboat.
Our weight belt that we've got to wear on our selves. Get myself some guns.
Weird.
Okay.
So we've just completed our
skills.
Yeah, we've done the confined, like in the little safe shallow area. Just completed that. Now we're in the deep. We just saw a few turtles already.
We just done our very first official ever open water dive.
Wasn't so bad, was it?
Oh, I'm well excited. Look at the state of my hair. Yeah, that was actually really amazing. We had like, Chris kept floating to the top. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just strange. It was the strangest feeling ever.
To breathe underwater is just something that you can't explain unless you've done it. Every time you're so aware of your breathing, which is something that you're not aware of doing when you just breathe normally outside of the water, and when you're in the water you're like, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Well, I am anyway. Are you?
It's just weird. And then we saw a turtle like this big.
It was absolutely gigantic.
Did you see the one that was swimming through the water?
Yeah, but it was really faint because it was going quite far. We saw through the rain. It was amazing. So this is our resort that we're staying on. This is the runway you come down. We do all our diving at the jetty when you first arrive that area. All of our luggage has been taken to reception so that we can check in after we finished our dives at about 5 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock now. We're gonna have some lunch. We're gonna eat, be back there. We've got 50 minutes. Then we've got to go back, change our tank and do our checks. Then we go for another dive. So I'm excited. You excited for your next dive?
I am. It's just, I'm just excited to like get used to it and not start floating up. And then I'm like, why am I floating up for? But it's because you're breathing. And then if you're not laying dead straight and you kick at an angle, you start going up. So it's just, you just have to get used to it. But it is really, really, really cool. That's the first time I've scuba dived ever, and it was just. It's all these fish amazing. Coming everywhere. Yeah, it was crazy. It's a really good location to learn as well because there's just fish everywhere. Like if you've got sea turtles in the starting area, then what the hell have you got when you go out? Yeah. Like, so if you do end up staying at Skuba Junkie resort, this is where you'll be staying.
Well, we don't know that yet.
This is definitely Skuba Junkies resorts. This is definitely it. All these little bungalows.
Got dorms, and we haven't seen where they would be. Let's not give them a false sense of hope, shall we? Let's wait and see till we check. No,
this is definitely their places to stay. So, it's time to get back to it now.
Yes, we're going to have to put you in our locker, I'm afraid, until we come back out. We've just had our lunch. It was the most delicious thing. Actually, we had mushroom sauce. I don't even like mushrooms, but oh my lord. I had loads of rice with just that sauce on because it was that nice. And you don't realise how hungry Diamond makes you, but I didn't think I was hungry. I was absolutely famished. Is that the right word?
Famished? I think that's thirsty, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe I was thirsty as well, so either way it's right. But now it's time to do our next skills. We're going to go a bit deeper and then we'll be back for you.
So it's like 7:30 in the morning. I've come down to the beach just to have a little look. Look at that. I never thought you'd find beaches like this in Borneo, of all places. So the reason I woke up so early is because I intend on showing you guys what Mabul looks like. So come down to the beach to drone, and it's a perfect day for it. I was a bit worried that maybe it'd be a bit rainy, but nah, sun's out, blue sky, let's fly. This island is so small. I didn't actually think it would be that small, and there's loads of sea gypsies. So all them little huts that you see, they have big clusters of them. They're all where the sea gypsies live, which is pretty cool. So at Semporna, there's the main thing to do in Semporna is diving. You can do island hopping, but it's known only really for its diving, and it has probably one of the best dive places in the world, which is Sipidan. Sipidan has a long waiting list though, so if you plan to go Sipidan, you're going to have to book in advance by at least 2 or 3 months at least, which is a bit of a shame because we wanted to go Sipidan. We thought we might have got a bit lucky with it and got a space, but no chance. But the diving here is really good as well. So we see some sea turtles yesterday, and I think today we go out on the boat to some coral reefs, I think. Not sure if I can take the GoPro or not. I would love to, but where we're still learning, I don't know if he'll let us, basically, because obviously it's more important to learn than it is to go and video. So if I can, I will, but if not, we'll try and come back and do a day fun dive and see if we can get a bit of video then. But yeah, so today's our second day diving, and if we pass today okay, then we'll be qualified to dive, which is good. So we'll be able to go to all these places that we already visit and then do the diving there instead. So hopefully, cross fingers for us that we'll pass today. Okay, so we are certified open water divers. We did pass our course, which I'm really happy about. So a few things you probably want to know if you're looking to do the course is when you do the theory, I think it's an all-day thing, and the pass mark at the end is 75%. So I think it's 50 questions, so you're allowed to get 12 wrong. It's pretty easy. Like if you pay attention in the teaching, it's pretty straightforward. You won't really have anything to worry about there. And then on the practical is a load of what's the word? A load of skills that you'd have to do in the water. Most of them are fairly easy, but I think if you fail or you can't master any of those skills, then I don't think you will have much luck. They're quite lenient in passing, so it's not like if you don't grab if you don't get the hold of one skill quick enough, you won't pass. It's not like that. I think it's that you pass at like your instructor's discretion sort of thing, so it's kind of hard to fail is what we kind of got the impression of. So now that we're past, we was going to do another dive today over in Mabul, or on another island, but it's quite expensive, so we're going to leave and head back to Kota Kinabalu today, and we're going to go to a new place is the plan, and maybe go and do some diving there. So if there's anything else you guys want to know about on the whole diving in Borneo thing, drop a few comments below and we'll try and help you out and answer any questions that you might have that we haven't let you know already. And oh yeah, also if you want to sit on the beach and stuff over in Semporna, there is nothing to do in Semporna. If you want to go to a beach, get over to Mabul. I think you can get a boat there for pretty cheap. Just stay there for a few days. Beaches are pretty decent. So yeah, so now we've got to head out to Kota Kinabalu, which is like 500 kilometers away, so we've got a long drive ahead. So we're going to end the video here and hope that it makes sense when we make it. It's all to do with the whole diving process, so it might be of interest to you, it might not. So hopefully it is, of course, and yeah, we'll see you in the next vlog.